Hello, my Arbonne family. My name is Chris Buchanan. I'm an independent consultant, executive national vice president, and this is an evening with the stars, where you are actually the star too. Not just these amazing trainers you're going to have tonight. We all share the spotlight. We are all stars. Congratulations to you who earned this incentive, actually dressed for the occasion. I put a little effort into it. John helped me tie the bow tie. This was to be a unique incentive Zoom I pulled together less than 2 weeks ago. I reached out to Jaclyn and she just immediately said yes. Excuse me, my alarm just went off to tell me I have a Zoom meeting. Very good. And so I reached out to Jaclyn and she immediately just said yes. She also said, can I have my accountability partners? Is that something you have with Arbonne? That might be something you want to look into, having an accountability partner. So she said, I would love to have Jenna Purdue, ENVP, and also ENVP Whitney Haynes. And all I could send back to her on the text message was the boom emoji. So it was on, definitely. This incentive was to reach 625 CQV, client qualifying volume, in the month of February. Pretty easy incentive, we realized. But the goal was to encourage you to focus on CQV. CQV is the new sexy. Client qualifying volume. Basically, it's sales you directly generate using your preferred client program, as you know, also retail clients, and also the Arbonne 10 enrollments. Beginning in April, we have some enhancements to our success plan. You will want to read every word. You can find everything on the source. You definitely want to be in the know. You can find all this documentation on the source for what's happening in April. It's very exciting. It's going to really generate some great business. And with CQV, it will be the buzz acronym going forward. So CQV is so big, you can actually, think of it this way. You can actually reach district manager level or even possibly area manager level with just your CQV. I was with some leaders yesterday and I shared with them, I said, imagine your business. What would it look like in the next 12 months? You give yourself a 12-month window to focus on enrolling 100 preferred clients, direct to yourself, and your direct business partners doing the exact same thing. Is that a goal that you would like to reach for yourself? If so, I need you to know you're in the right place. I do want to do a blanket disclosure for all the speakers and myself tonight. My notes. For any earnings, income, management levels, or incentive trips that we discussed tonight, I want you to visit earnings.arbonne.com to learn and understand what is typical, what is average, what is above average, and what is absolutely possible. And tonight, my speakers actually changed up on me last minute. So I need to go through my notes for who's going first. Here we go. I like to get their accolades right. Oh, I did have another note. I wanted to offer a quick shout out to a couple people. NVP Cheryl Kemp and RVP, her direct RVP, Leah Brown. They both collaborated with me on what would be an inspiring incentive for this Zoom. And I really appreciate them being involved. Also a shout out to District Manager Christy Thornton. She actually did the beautiful flyer that we had for Evening with the Stars. Well, tonight we have three very sought after leaders who I've actually known for a while, and I've had the privilege of traveling many US cities and abroad. These ladies all have unique stories and backgrounds. You're in for a very real treat. So get your pens out, get your paper, your notepad, your computer, your cell phone if you want to make notes, because you're going to be hearing from the top of the top. It's kind of like Top Gun for Arbonne. So you have the Top Gun team that's going to be sharing tonight. Our first speaker tonight, I want to just call her a star. Miss National Vice President Whitney Haynes. If you do not know this name, you have been living under a rock. She began her Arbonne journey 8 years ago while she was a very in-demand registered nurse with a 2-year-old and one on the way. I hope I got that right, Whitney. The story I remember is that she had 3 jobs when she signed her consultant ID application. The story, well, with Whitney, she's earned 7 AIT trips in those 8 years. She earned recently the highest growth award in Maui over all national vice presidents. She's been an Empower Live trainer. Today, now with 5 children under the age of 10, if you can imagine, you know this leader has been balancing life and a successful Arbonne business. You can find Whitney on Instagram. Her handle is at Whitney_Haynes. Just how it sounds, Whitney, then _Haynes. Her rock is her husband, Jonathan, and he sure should be with 5 kids. Wouldn't you agree? He is extremely supportive and has reaped the benefits of these AIT trips. Girl, we know you as Whitney. Would you please unmute yourself and just please pour in your heart into so many stars that are on this call tonight?
Yes. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, I'm excited. You guys, I want to start and just share with you that the very first time I ever earned an Arbonne incentive trip was to Atlantis in 2016, but I didn't come out of the gate on fire ready to earn that trip. I was a struggling area manager. I had just hit $7,000 in sales in the month of November of 2015, and I hopped on a call just like this and made a decision. I made a decision that night, and I went to work to make it happen. The very next month, 30 days later, you guys, I hit my area bonus for the very first time, okay? The month after that, we hit 22,000, and in February, I had a whole new team, and we qualified for regional vice president with over $44,000 in sales because of a commitment that I made when I was down and out as an area. Fast forward in my journey to 2021, I found myself in a pit again. I was nowhere close to earning the AIT trip to Cancun. We were 3 months in, and I just remember hearing my baby girl saying, "Mom, have you earned Mexico yet? Mom, have we done it? Mom, are we going to go swimming with the dolphins?" I made a commitment yet again, and I went all in. I was a struggling region, struggling in my business, a struggling regional vice president. We hit $26,000 in sales. And by December 31st, just a few months later, we not only earned that AIT trip, but we did the unthinkable. And what I never even fathomed was possible, we earned top 10. And was in qualification for national vice president. So I want to start off by saying, I don't know who's listening to this call right now that thinks those girls just don't get it. Those girls don't understand. Those girls don't know. Must be nice to earn top 10 of an AIT trip. But I want you to know that I get it. I've been at the bottom and I've climbed my way out of the pit more times than I can count. So there is nothing, I believe, there is nothing that a little bit of hope and consistency can't fix in your business. So that's my hope that I'm sharing with all of you guys tonight. If I can, you can too. And now I want to talk to you guys about consistency. So I have a little graphic that I want to share with you. So I'm going to share my screen. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can see the 2023 game plan. Okay, thumbs up. We're rocking and rolling. So this is my 2023 game plan, you guys. I made this and I shared it with my team. And I said, my focus is to get your butt to an AIT trip, to get you there, to get your family there, to get your husband there. And I like to break it down and kind of look at it like a funnel, okay? So at the top of the funnel, our big, huge, hairy, scary goal is to earn this AIT trip. How we're going to earn the AIT trip and what I teach my team to focus on, you guys, is really 2 categories. The 2 categories that I focus on is who am I going to help make money and who am I going to help get healthy. So I want you to write those things down on a notebook paper. Who are you going to help make money and who are you going to help get healthy? So my goal in a 6-month time span, 6 months, is to help at least 5 people earn a pay raise. Okay. Now I can't promote myself as national vice president. It's quite an unfair advantage. However, as a new independent consultant, as an area manager, or district manager, area manager, regional vice president, this is a challenge for you right now. Okay. This is a challenge for you. It's a duel. It's a match. Are you ready to level up? Are you ready to bridge the gap between where you are right now in the compensation plan to where you want to be? Are you ready to go all in and promote yourself during this AIT trip? How do you promote yourself? Well, we're going to move down the funnel and talk about the things that is required to promote yourself to the next level. But let me tell you something. When I decided and made a commitment that I was going to go all in and earn these trips or qualify for the next level or whatever, it wasn't because I called people up on my team who were on the bench and begged them or drug them across the finish line. It was me deciding to do the nitty gritty and the daily activity and then showing my team, hey, this is what I did to find 3 new preferred customers. This is what I did to find my next 5 preferred customers. So when you promote yourself and you show other people what you did, they're going to promote too. Okay. So how do we promote? We're going to work our way down the funnel. So we have this target of helping 5 people plus yourself, right? Like you want to get yourself to the next level. So you're 1 and then 4 other people. Okay. I want you to put 5 sticky notes on your wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be your focus for the next 6 months, helping 5 people earn a pay raise. Your next focus is going to be broken down into your monthly and daily goals. Okay. Every single month, I am striving for 10 new preferred customers. 10 is the new sexy. Okay. Every single month, working to have at least 10 new people coming into your business with some sort of set. I don't care what kind of set it is, but my focus is a set, a 30-day set, a healthy habit set, a derm result skincare set, whatever kind of set it is. Arbonne works in systems and sets. Okay. That's when people truly receive the best benefits and the best value from our products. So when you focus on these targets, the next thing that you have to do is track, because what you track grows, your reach outs, your activity, your follow-up. And when you're doing those things, guess what? If you're new and you just promoted to district manager, you're naturally going to be earning that really fat DM sustainability bonus. Okay. You're going to be earning those things because your targets and your activity is moving in the right direction for you to be consistently doing 2,500 PQV with ease. Okay. So when you find your next 10 preferred customers, and I know Jaclyn and Jenna are going to dive a little bit deeper into, what they do to find preferred customers and things like that. But when you find your next 10, you have to learn how to network your network. Okay. So when you're networking your network, I have to ask you, are you asking your preferred customers, hey, do you have any friends and family who need to get healthy with you? Not want. I don't say, do you have any friends and family who want to get healthy? Because let's be honest, when I was at my worst, 100 pounds overweight, I didn't want to do anything. I needed to get healthy. So be very careful about how you ask your preferred customers that question. Do you have anyone in your life who needs to get healthy? And if they do, and they bring someone to the table, offer them a host perk. That's you networking your network. If they get a preferred customer to join you, incentivize them for that. Another way that I like to network my network is by asking them to share a review online. Oh my gosh, Chris, I'm so glad that you're feeling amazing. I'm so glad that you love that fizz. Hey, would you do me a huge favor and go to my page and just leave a little review about how much you love fizz? Give me a tag. It would mean the world to me. You guys, I incentivize people like they are hosting an in-person event just for sharing a review for me online and on social media, because the reach is endless if they will just add, tag, and share on my social media page. Another way that you can network your network is when someone is feeling great and they're, loving the program 1 weekend or 2 weeks in or 30 days in, ask them to have people over for a sip and sample, or ask them to hop on a Zoom, right? Networking your network is key in this business, and you will have a never ending funnel of people coming into your Arbonne business as long as you're committed to networking your network. Okay. But none of these things happen. I want you guys to look at the very bottom of the funnel. The big, huge, hairy, scary goal won't happen unless you decide to do the daily do's, the nitty gritty, the unsexy stuff, the boring stuff. It's the stuff that means you have to be willing to win in the dark. It's the reach outs, right? And it doesn't matter what you want. I don't care if you decide, hey, today I'm going to sell a 30-day kit, or today I'm going to sell whatever you want. You have to ask for it. If you want a new PC, you got to ask for it. If you want a new IC, you have to ask for it. You have to ask for what you want in this business. And that is where your daily do's are huge. No matter what your goal is, if your goal is just a vacation, or your goal is to earn the DM sustainability bonus, or your goal is, it doesn't matter what the goal is. We all have to do the daily do's. Okay. So are you asking someone daily to take a look at your product, good, or service? And do you know who you're asking? Because I talk about this a lot. We live in the digital age. Have y'all downloaded your Facebook friends list, your Instagram friends list? I'm not going to walk you through how to do it. You can Google it. Google how to download Facebook friends. Literally, if you're a paper pencil type person, you can download it to your computer and print it out. You can print it out and you can write on it, mark on it, highlight, sticky note, like whatever you want to do. I like to upload mine into an Excel spreadsheet, and every day I can go to the C's, the H's, the A's, the M's, and I can truly look at a glance and ask myself, have I consistently done 8 to 10 exposures for this particular individual? Have I worked them through the Arbonne funnel? Have I asked them to take a look at the business or the 30-day or the skincare? Have I asked them to hop on a Zoom? Have I asked them to a sip and sample, right? Like, have you truly networked your network? And the really cool thing and the blessing of social media today, you guys, and how you're going to set yourself up to earn this AIT trip is working your network. We used to say brainstorm a list of 100 people. Now I don't even have to put the brain power behind it. You can literally click and download thousands of people at your fingertip, but it's consistency, and consistency compounds over time. That's the slight edge. That's the slight edge in this business. It's consistency compounding over time, but consistency has to have something to compound on. If you didn't do the do yesterday, you have nothing to compound on. If you didn't do the do 2 days in a row, there's nothing to compound on. So you don't have to work this business all day, every day, 24/7, but you do have to work consistently to earn yourself an AIT trip. So you have 2 choices in this business, you guys. Take a look at this funnel, work this funnel, know your big, hairy, scary goal, but know that it literally comes down to you having a list and working the list. Make a list and work the list. That's what it's going to take. So you have 2 choices in this business. Make moves or make excuses. You get to pick your hard. When you're committed, you'll find a way. And when you're not, you'll find an excuse as to why you can't, but you will watch someone else do it. So have no regrets, go all in. And I want to see your butts in Atlantis earning this AIT trip, you guys. Thank you so much, Chris. I think I'm throwing it over to you so you can give it to the next speaker.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, Whitney, thank you so much. I do want to add another accolade. I remember meeting Whitney, I guess it was in Nashville. You lived in Kentucky at one point, and then you came down to Nashville. And I think you maybe only had 3 babies at the time, maybe 4, or maybe 1 on the way. But you were a new regional vice president. And before I could turn around, you became a national vice president. And I do want to share this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you did national vice president in 3 months. And I believe it was November, December, January. Is that right?
So we actually did nation in 2 months. We qualified in December, and we actually finished in the middle of January, which was
That's what I was going to say.
Cool. Yeah.
So she did 2 months, but she was completed by the 15th of January, which is unheard of and amazing. And it just shows the leadership she had. So you can work this business part-time. You can work this business full-time. You can't really work it just sometime. Whitney, thank you so much for pouring into us. That was huge. Should we go on to number 2, our number 2 star? All right. We have Jenna Purdue from my town of Nashville, Tennessee. She's been building her business for over 4 years. She is an ENVP. She is a 7-time AIT earner, and she was the top 10 earner for 3 of those trips. Here's the big thing. She has already earned the Bahamas Atlantis trip that there's still 4 months to earn. She's done it in 2 months. Let your brain wrap around that. She must be doing something right. She is someone to follow on Instagram. She's fun to watch. She's got a beautiful family. You can find her on IG at, her handle is _Jenna Michelle _. So make sure you get the underscores in there. _JENNA MICHELLE and then _. So Jenna, please unmute yourself. You are just an amazing soul. I remember visiting with you in Mexico, probably for the first time, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And I just appreciate your professionalism, your determination on figuring out this world we call Arbonne and sharing it with so many others. Girl, I love you. Take it away.
Thank you so much. I remember meeting you. It was my first AIT. We were in Mexico at the Hard Rock, and I remember you had on the most fabulous white pants and this like amazing tropical shirt. And my sister and I were just like, we need to know who that is. And I ended up not even knowing, but you're like my upline. It was awesome.
Love you, girl.
Love you. Yeah, you guys. Hi, everybody. I'm Jenna Purdue, independent consultant and executive national vice president with the best business in the world, in my humble opinion, Arbonne. And yeah, I'm so sorry that you're like all dressed up in your beautiful bow tie, and I'm in like my very on brand sweatsuit, but it just is what it is. My husband asks me when sweatsuit season is over, and I'm like, never, but here we are. Anyway, it's so wonderful to be on with all of you amazing earners who earn this call, next big step, earning the trip, right? So I have my notes here. I keep like moving them all around, but basically what we do, and I say this all the time, I can't give you like the magic pill, right? Everybody wants the magic pill in life. It usually doesn't ever exist in any category or factor of life. So we can give you all the tips and the tricks and the words of advice and the wisdom, but nobody can do this for you other than you. So taking the time, making the days work to your benefit, bending the hours, like fitting it in if it's a priority. If you want this for yourself, if you want this for your family, you are the only person who can do this for, and you just got to get into it, like Whitney said, and do it. Do your reach outs, go through your list, write things down. Just making it a priority and fitting it in 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, setting that alarm clock an hour earlier. If you have to work it in the morning before the family gets up, just making zero excuses and getting your butt into activity. Because if your business is not where you want it to be, I'm sure you've heard this a million times, the only thing that's going to fix it is activity. So lead from the front. If you want to have a team of people who are earning incentive trips, you have to earn them yourself, right? So I know a lot of people will look at, I know I did when I was starting my business, or even just, like I was a district manager or an area manager, even a region. I just assumed all VPs just earned the AIT trip. Like, oh, of course they earned it. But like, that's actually not the case. You guys, this is all based on personal sales. It's not based on your team at all. So we're all working hard to earn this trip based on personal sales. So you have to get into activity and do it. I am totally like Jaclyn. We talk about this all the time, like incentive based. If they're dangling a carrot, I'm to get that carrot. And I really advise you to be kind of have the same mindset as that. There's money on the table for us every single month as bonus. Well, what are we supposed to call them? You guys know what I'm talking about. They're bonuses. Go to earnings.arbonne.com to figure out the real, but if it's on the table, like you should be getting it, you guys. It's all there for all of us to grab. So if you're wanting to go to AIT, you need to be hitting your monthly 2,500 QV brick with 2 new signups and get that $100 consultant bonus. Just always have a goal. Even if you feel like AIT is not attainable, it really is. And if, like Whitney said, you're looking at the top 10 people who earn AIT, like, oh, yeah, I could never do that. I can't be her. Hey, listen, somebody's got to be in the top 10. Why not you? So make your goals big and do to get to those goals and make them happen. So what I like to teach my team, what I was taught, what I like to do is take these really, really huge goals and make them feel like they're this big by goal slicing my way to my dreams. Okay. So you need 8,750. So 8,750 QV each month in personal sales, PQV, over 6 months to earn the trip on sales alone. That doesn't count the extra 100 bonus points you got from Path to Empower. It doesn't count the 125 bonus points you're going to get from promoting yourself and someone else. Strictly on sales, 8,750 a month for 6 months. So take that and divide it by 4. So each week you're going to focus. I have to hit 2,187 and 50 cents QV. Or if you're like, you know what, I don't know if AIT is going to happen for me this year. I didn't get enough QV in January and February, but my goal is to hit 4,000 QV each month for the next 4 months. Break it down, divide that by 4, 1,000 QV a week, and then get those Post-it notes. Oh my gosh, I am a visual person. I even have I'm ready to earn level 2. So I have my bubbles. Every time I get 1250, I fill in a bubble. I love having a goal that I can cross out something. So when I was going for Nation, you should have seen the refrigerator. Oh, the Post-its. I was not saving the trees. They were everywhere. And it felt so good to go over there every time and take a Post-it off. So if you're that type of person, or you don't know if you are, just test it out, because it's really exciting when you do get to slowly, slice by slice, etch away at your goal. So write it down, make a point of it, visualize it, not just in your brain, but like on a piece of paper. And the other thing that I've been telling my team that I really like to do, that I advise you as well. So I don't know if you know, but we have AIT for all consultants can earn, but national vice presidents also have a very special trip that we have the opportunity to earn. And this is once a year, and we have the whole year to earn it. But what we have to do to earn the trip, we do get promotion points, but I won't go into too much detail about that, is grow our business by 20% this year from our year before. And it's based solely on our earnings. So commissions, that's it, not commissions and overrides. So not on bonuses or anything like that. So what I told my team they should do is do that themselves. Go to January of, well, now we're in March. So go to March of 2022 and calculate what you earned that year or that month. So you can go to log into your account, go to success line details. Is that where I would go? And then you pull up, Chris, help me out here, to pull up your file. Oh, your file cabinet, right?
Yep. Go to the filing cabinet under success line details. Yes.
Exactly. And you can pull up what you earned that month. Actually, you should go to success line details.
Filing cabinet.
No, because they want to calculate their commissions too. And that's always a 0 on the file cabinet. So go to success line details, detailed commission, and then you'll have to add it up, but go down the list of that month and calculate everything you earn that month, your overrides, your commissions, and all that. Write it down and then multiply that by 0.2 and add that to the month before, and grow your business monthly by 20%. I'm like, made that sound much more confusing than it actually is, but whatever you made in March of 2022, grow your business by at least 20% in 2023. And I can assure you, by just doing that small bit of growth, your business is going to boom, or at least having that in your mindset, your business is going to boom. For example, in January, I did not grow by 20%. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to earn this trip. It's to Iceland, you guys, Iceland. So I was like, I have to earn this trip. I didn't grow my business by 20% in January. So I did the math, and in February I compensated. So now I'm back on track. So just keep that in the back of your mind while you're growing your business, because that will definitely help you get to AIT. And that really will only work if you've been in Arbonne for over a year, but most of you probably have. So the other thing I wanted to remind you, and I'm like all over the place, is don't beg people to buy something from you because you're trying to win a trip to the Bahamas. We're not winning trips, we're earning trips. And we don't want to beg our way there. It's icky, it's tacky. We know as Arbonne consultants, we've been trained and taught to help people, come from a servant-hearted place. And like Whitney said, ask them, what do they need? What are they going through? How can we service them? You can mention, I am going for a big goal, but that's here nor there. Don't make people feel pressured to see you on the beach in the Bahamas. Okay. So come from that good-hearted place and just help people and genuinely put the work in. Like Whitney said, we lead with sets. 30 days is my go-to. If I can't get them on a 30-day, I'll do the healthy habits, but Green Gut Glow is like the non-negotiable. Sets definitely sell. So we want to lead with sets. At the beginning of the month, make sure you're reaching out. You're going to see who all has a reward or a free gift in their account, all of your PCs who have something expiring. I like to say, hey, happy March. It's not too late. It's still the beginning of the month. Happy March. Ashley, you have a free gift in your cart with a $120 out-of-pocket order. I mean, this month, all of your PCs have a free gift. So that's amazing. So capitalize on that. But when they're not doing this incentive, I reach out in the beginning of the month and I say, check your stock. And at the end of the month, if I see you still haven't used your gift, I'm going to reach back out to you. So I'm warning them, I'm going to come back to you in a few weeks. And then I'll recheck my list at the end of the month, see who hasn't capitalized on their free gift. And I do a little reach out, a little nudge. And I cannot tell you how many people write me back and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I totally forgot when you messaged me to check my stock. I'm doing it right now. And they do place an order and they capitalize on that free gift. So thank you, Arbonne, for offering that to our preferred clients. Love, love, love that. And then, harsh reality, if you're not where you want to be in your business, be honest with yourself as to why. Is it because you're not setting your alarm clock an hour earlier to get up and do the do? Just take some accountability for that. And that's okay, because we all have our ebbs and flows, and we're all in valleys sometimes, and this world is crazy, but just be honest with yourself about why you're not where you want to be and change what you have to do to get there. And then just consistently ask people about Arbonne, the business and the products, and re-ask. I told this story recently, but Rachel Todd is my sponsor. She asked me 6 times to join her team over the duration of like 3 years. And the first 5 times my answer was no. I didn't have a vision. I didn't see it. I didn't get it. I wasn't interested. I was planning a wedding. I had all these other excuses. But the 6th time she gently asked me to join her team, my answer changed and it was yes. And thank God it did. But just don't ever feel like if somebody tells you no, that that's their final answer, because oftentimes a confused mind just says no. So let them see you grow, let them continue to watch what you do. And eventually there's a really good chance they do come around. And lastly, the one thing I want to say is don't break your bank by doing this. But if you have somebody on your team that, or in your mind, that's like on your dream team, do a little investment into them. Like I have this gal, Jordan, who I've had my eyes on since I started my business over 4 years ago. I know the benefits of the business for her. She has so much potential. It weaves so well into her already beautiful life. And I finally just broke down and I invested. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I sent her on me the Green Gut Glow shot. I was like, if I can just get the products in her hands, well, I'll be danged if she did not register yesterday. She's on the team and she already signed up a new preferred client. So sometimes just taking the extra step for the people you really want to get their attention, you can do that. Even if you just send like a water bottle full of samples, like sometimes just going the little extra mile to really get their attention and get them on a call. I could go on, but that's where I'll stop because I definitely want you guys to hear from Jaclyn too.
Jenna, so amazing. Thank you for all the housekeeping tips. You're a girl after my heart, because my mom used to tell me all the time, well, Chris, you're going to have to get up an hour earlier. She would say that. She was like, if you want to get it done, you're going to have to get up earlier. I love that. And so many different nuggets you just gave us. I can't wait to write it down and listen again. So thank you, Jenna, for being on. I appreciate you being here and being such a inviting and warm person to be able to talk to. So you guys check her out on her Instagram page, _Jenna Michelle _. And have you had enough? Do you want to just do it later and not hear Jaclyn? Or should we keep going? Keep going? Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap up the evening with our 3rd star of the night, my dear friend, Jaclyn Zarp. I heard her name over the years, and I've just gotten to know her well in the past few years. I started noticing her name on the scroller at recognition. I mean, a name like Zarp, it's hard to miss that name. And as it continued, every month they were showing this scroller of success, and you just kind of remember that. So I was thrilled to get to know her over the past 2 or 3 years, and been to Mexico with her, been to Maui with her, and she's just always so warm and open. She's an excellent trainer. Jaclyn is a registered dietitian. She lives in Chino, California. She is so passionate about helping others succeed. She's been a part of Arbonne for 17 years. Jaclyn became a national vice president in her 13th year. She did not give up after year number 2 to year number 3 or year number 7. She kept going and she became a national vice president with Arbonne. She has 3 daughters and they've all grown up knowing the word Arbonne, I'm sure. The oldest is 18. And like I said, Jaclyn's been on her journey for 17 years. She's also earned 18 AIT trips. She's taken her family on most of those trips. She has taken many team members who've also earned these trips. She's trained at AIT on stage when they have the events. She's, she's trained twice at the NVP annual Maui Leadership Retreat. She recently celebrated 20 years of marriage with her husband, Chris, and he is her biggest fan and supports her all the way. on Instagram. You can find her at Jaclyn Zarp, and I will spell that for you. It's JACLYN ZARP. That is a last name you won't forget. Jaclyn, congratulations on your success. You really are Arbonne royalty. Thank you for sharing your journey tonight, your wisdom, your heart, and your passion. I just want you to take it away.
Woo! Thank you so much, Chris. You are a legend for sure. So thank you for putting this call together. I think it is amazing. I love your heart to serve. Grateful to do it alongside with my babes, Jenna and Whitney. You guys killed it, of course. So they told you guys all about the activity that it's going to take to earn this trip, because that is truly what it takes, is the nitty gritty, is the showing up, is the consistency over and over, and the work. What I really want to tell you guys today is the things that I really think get you to do that activity is decision and vision. Okay. So those two things is what I'm going to kind of touch on because I think without those, it won't push you to do the work. Okay. So number one, decision. Okay. You have to decide today that you will be in Atlantis in October. Okay. That's what it starts with. So are you registered? It is free to register. So why wouldn't you be? You get the tracker where you can see where you are, right? What you track grows. So if you want to see yourself earning that trip, you have to see your numbers. So make sure you are registered. That is your number one commitment to having, skin in the game. Basically, it's free though. And then number two, share your decision. Tell people, enroll people in your decision that you will be on this trip, right? So you're going to tell your team because you want them to do the same thing, right? You want them to earn this trip. Who are you going to bring? You get a +1 when you earn this trip. So tell them, right? If it's your family or your spouse, you're going to bring a friend, enroll them in your decision, because I will tell you, when they know where they are going, and you have to take some time, maybe aside from them, to work your business to earn that trip, they will understand. Okay. So make sure you tell them. Next, tell social media. Okay. Be vulnerable, hold yourself accountable, and tell people that one of the benefits of doing this business and working this business is earning a trip. Okay. So you put it out there, you made the decision to everyone, and that is what is going to push you to do the work. And when you are vulnerable and when you are accountable to all those people, when you have to decide when you wake up in the morning and you're going to, do the activity, make the call, ask somebody to take a look at the business, ask somebody to try the products or join your team, and that seems scary to you, knowing that you have told somebody that you've made the decision to be on this trip, to show your team that you're going to be on this trip, to tell your family you're taking them, will make it so much easier to do the activity. Okay. So put it out there for sure. And then you need to make the decision to work for it and to be an activity. Okay. So if you are willing to put work in, you can get rewarded for your efforts in this business, right? Compensation, trips, rewards, all the things that come. So not everyone we know will earn the trips, right? But everyone who earns the trip will have worked for it. That's the thing that we all have in common that have earned it, you guys. We've all done the same amount of work. The qualifications are all the same. So I love that it's a level playing field. So it does not matter what level you're at. If you're a consultant all the way up to NVP, you can earn this trip, and you have to earn it the same exact way as everybody else. When we are together at AIT, you guys, we get to celebrate. And guess what? We get to look around knowing that everyone did the same amount of work to get there. So we're literally all at the same level at AIT. That is what I love about it. So decide today you will be there. Commit to doing the work. And when you decide, I promise you, there is nothing more powerful than a made up mind. People around you will notice, and they will want to join you, right? Because your decision, your energy is contagious, and they want to be a part of it for sure. So the next part I'm going to talk about is vision. Okay. So going for this trip, you guys, starts with seeing yourself there. Okay. So I want to do a little exercise with you. So if you would close your eyes, I want you to envision everything about this trip. Number one, I want you to envision the moment that you complete qualifications for this trip. That last order going in that puts you over, or that last promotion that makes it happen. And you get to check the box and it happened. How does that feel? Okay. Then next, you get to tell your guests that you earned this trip that you said you were going for, and you get to see the smile on their face. Envision that. How does that feel? Next, it's going to go on social media. You put it out there. It's happened. Everybody's going to see that it happened. Okay. How does that feel? How does that post look? Then you get to pick out your flights. See yourself doing that. Then the trip time is here. You're getting on that plane with your family or with your guest. How does that look? How does that feel? The plane lands. You walk out. You pick your suitcases up. You then see the Arbonne greeters with signs holding them up, because that's what they do. They greet you guys like royalty. They hold up the sign and you get to walk to them, and they, take you to the resort. You roll up to the resort, you walk out. How does that feel? You walk into your room that you have earned. Okay. How does this feel? See your family's smiles on their faces. Then you walk out to the beach. You feel your toes in the sand. You feel the waves crashing on your feet. Okay. You're ordering all the food and drinks that you want. You see smiles all around, and you're meeting and conversing with other Arbonne consultants. Okay. So you can open your eyes, but envisioning that, you guys, how does that feel? And I want you to envision that the moment you wake up. It'll push you to do the work in the day. And I want you to envision that before you go to bed. So you dream about it, okay? And that vision, you guys, it will drive your decision to get into activity, I promise you. It will provide vision when you earn this trip for your team and other people watching, because guess what? Like I think Whitney and Jenna both said, you are the proof when you earn this, right? They see it as possible because you've done it. So sometimes you do have to go first, and you do have to earn things first in order for other people to follow. You are the example, right? People are watching you. So you create vision for them. One of the things I am most incredibly grateful for from all the Arbonne trips I've been on are the people that I have met on these trips, you guys. So if you don't earn it for any other reason, earn it because you will come out with so many more friends than you have right now. Some of my best friends, not in my downline, not in my upline, I would not have met if it was not for these trips, okay? I have people that I met on these trips that have pushed me, that have believed in me, that have pushed me to the next goal. I mean, one of them is my Arbonne Angel ENVP, Fiona McCarthy. If it was not for that woman that I met on a trip to AIT, pushing my butt to nation, there's probably no way I would be a nation, okay? So that's somebody that influenced my life because I met her on an AIT trip. You're gonna meet people that your family will become friends with. I met some of my closest friends on Arbonne trips, and we vacation with them outside of Arbonne. Okay. You're going to meet people who you mastermind and you work together with on a daily basis at these trips, you guys. So these trips, they'll not only grow your business, but they will grow your friend circle, and they will influence your life forever. Okay. So maybe you have the luxury of traveling anytime, anywhere. You can go, you can do all these things, right? But I will tell you, it's not the same if it's not an Arbonne trip. Okay. It's special, it's unique, and it is a treasure. So decide you will work for this, even if you don't want to earn it, even if you hate the Bahamas, even if you have an event that same day or that same time that you can't physically be there, work for them, earn it, you guys. It will build not only your business, it will build your belief and the belief of those around you. It will build your confidence. It will, like I say, grow your business. And sometimes when we work for things, it's not always about the incentive and it's not always about the gift, but it's about the game. Okay. It's about how it grows you and it's about how it changes you. So believe you can because I believe you can. Know you can because I know you can. You are worthy. You are deserving of this. Be all in and decide you will be there. See yourself there, work to be there, and I will see you there too. Thank you.
Amazing, Jaclyn. Thank you for that visual. Thank you for really pouring into us. All three of you ladies, I appreciate you and your time. Again, the boom emoji is what I'm visualizing myself right now when I asked you, Jaclyn, and I did play Shania Twain at the beginning. I don't know if you were on. Yes, did you miss it?
I did. Thank you so much. I missed it.
Yes. And I was just like, she's not on yet. And I've got to start talking. So I'm going to have to turn this down. But Giddy Up is a good song.
I love it.
Shania Twain fanatic. But hey, we all have our vices, right? But Whitney, Jenna, Jaclyn, thank you so much. Everyone, I want to encourage you to, right after we hang up here, text your accountability buddy, your sideline, your upline, your VP for sure, and your NVP. If you need to go up to your upline NVP, do that as well. And just say, I'm in, I need a Zoom call or a phone call. I want to map this out and I want to figure this game out and go all the way with Arbonne, because you have to put the invested time to raise your hand sometimes and say, I'm ready. I am in. I want more than what's happening right now. I love you all, guys. This was a great evening. I think we may make this a quarterly thing, and I'll just put my tux on again. So thank you all. I'm Chris Buchanan. My IG handle is @RestorationChris, all together, Restoration Chris. I'd love to be friends with you. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.